Mushin. Kebbi State government begins clearance of drainage channels to avert possible floods. On the foreign scene, United Nations warns of intensifying hunger, famine in Gaza, Sudan, 11 other countries. And in sports, Saudi club Al Hilal prepares fresh transfer bid on Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. The Lagos State House of Assembly has urged security agencies to crack down on cult activities in Mushin and other parts of the state, and also strengthen policing efforts, as renewed cult clashes and violence in these areas have led to loss of innocent lives. Lawmaker representing Mushin Constituency 2 in the House, Olayinka Kazim, raised a motion on the matters of urgent public importance. According to Kazim, there has been a disturbing surge in cult-related violence and youth unrest in his constituency, with some underage youths now involved in cult clashes, endangering lives and properties. Kazim also called for enforcement of strict drug control, urgent reorientation, and intervention programs to steer young people away from violence. In their contributions, the lawmakers called for stiffer penalties for offenders, warning against excessive sympathy for those involved in cultism. The lawmakers also identified the abuse of sachet alcohol as a key contributor to youth violence and advocated stakeholders' meetings with troubled youths as part of a broader intervention strategy. In his contribution, Speaker of the House, Mudashiru Obasa, agreed that the issue is widespread across Lagos State. While acknowledging the strain on prison facilities, he emphasized the need for alternative solutions such as youth engagement through sports, a program the House had already budgeted for.
I believe in our own wisdom as a House of Assembly representing people of Lagos. We talk about the idea of sports. Now we must ensure that sporting activities is being encouraged in the state, so that many of these boys, young boys, roaming the street and be engaged, they can be enticed. And we have seen it in other developed world. You talk about the old Europe generally. You have more people. Those who are engaged. We've read stories about many of them, coming from the prison and report to boxers, so we can engage these.
The Speaker concluded by affirming that the Commissioner of Police and other concerned commissioners will be summoned to appear before the House for further deliberation, after which the Assembly will take a concrete position. The Lagos State House of Assembly has lauded the country's 26 years of uninterrupted democracy, calling it a testament to the will of the Nigerian people to sustain freedom and liberty for future generations. The lawmakers took turns to speak on the significance of June 12, saying it holds an indelible place in Nigeria's political consciousness, a date now officially designated as the nation's Democracy Day, and a defining moment in Nigeria's quest for democratic governance. They emphasized the country's evolution into a leading force in Africa and a respected voice on the global stage, reflecting on the country's journey to democracy as a nation that demonstrates resilience, strength, capacity, and an unyielding spirit in the face of numerous and daunting challenges. Speaker of the House, Mudashiru Obasa, said Nigeria's democracy, now unbroken for more than 25 years, stands as a testament to the will of the Nigerian people to attain and sustain freedom and liberty for posterity. He commended President Bola Tinubu's administration for initiating transformative reforms aimed at repositioning Nigeria's economy despite global challenges, adding that it is important to uphold the renewed hope agenda to enhance the sustainability of democracy. Our correspondent Abiola Fagbolagun reports that the House resolved to write a letter of appreciation to the president, heroes and heroines who fought hard for the country's democracy. In a series of deadly attacks that have claimed numerous lives, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has arrived in Benue State and ordered the immediate deployment of additional tactical units. The Nigeria Police Force announced the development in a statement posted via its official X account. It will be recalled that President Bola Tinubu had directed security chiefs to implement his earlier directive to bring lasting peace and security to Benue following a deadly attack in Guma local government area of the state, which left about 200 persons dead. And now to the rest of the stories. Kebbi State government has started clearance and evacuation of sensitive areas ahead of the rainy season to avert possible floods. Commissioner for Urban Development Hayatu Bawa noted that Kebbi State Governor Nasir Idris has graciously granted approval for the evacuation exercise. Bawa lauded the governor for giving the ministry all the necessary support and financial backing towards the smooth conduct of the exercise. The commissioner said the essence of the exercise was to clear all sorts of dirt and particles on waterways to facilitate free flow of water and to avert flooding. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has announced plans to organize a summit with the theme, The Future of the Community, to strategize on life without exited member states, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger Republic. The three Francophone countries who exited the bloc have since formed the Alliance of Sahel States, and the relations between the three countries and other members of ECOWAS got broken following the rejection of undemocratic change of government in the now AES states. The Vice President of the Committee on Administration and Finance, Damtien Chidembija, commenced a 3-day midterm evaluation of the sub-region's implementation of the programs and activities of the community's institutions. She said the committee, which is sitting in Abuja, will also look at the difficult financial situation of the community and the state of recruitment within the institutions. And now to foreign news. The United Nations has reported that extreme hunger is intensifying in 13 global hotspots, with Gaza, Sudan, South Sudan, Haiti, and Mali at immediate risk of famine without humanitarian intervention. The hunger hotspots, reported by the UN Food and Agriculture Organization and the World Food Programme, WFP, blamed conflicts, economic shocks, and climate-related hazards for conditions in the worst-hit areas. WFP Executive Director Cindy McCain said the report predicts food crisis in the next 5 months. McCain called for investment in help to ensure aid delivery, which it said was being undermined by insecurity and funding gaps. According to the director, for famine to be declared, at least 20% of the population in an area must be suffering extreme food shortages, with 30% of children acutely malnourished and 2 people out of every 10,000 dying daily from starvation or malnutrition and disease. In our sports, Saudi Pro League giants Al Hilal are not backing down in their efforts to sign Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen, with the first proposal reportedly in the works. Reports say Osimhen recently rejected a move to Al Hilal just 10 days ago. Meanwhile, the club remains determined to land the Napoli forward and is preparing a new offer to attempt him. The race for Osimhen's signature remains open, with several top European sides monitoring the situation. Galatasaray and unnamed Premier League clubs are reportedly still in contention, while Serie A side Juventus has also reignited contact in recent days. Osimhen, one of the most sought-after forwards in world football, continues to draw interest following his standout performances for Galatasaray last season. Lagos State government is set to host 370 students for the Southwest Geopolitical Zone Basic Education School Sports Competition BESS. Commissioner for Basic Education Jamiu Ali Balogun made this known during a press briefing while declaring the event open. Ali Balogun said BESS competition is more than just a sporting competition, describing it as a celebration of teamwork and embodiment of discipline and sportsmanship. The commissioner, who said the competition will inspire a new generation of sports enthusiasts, will leave a lasting impact on the young participants and urge the young athletes to embrace fair play, learn from one another, and strive for excellence. Ali Balogun also said the state has a proud tradition of excellence in sports, with the students consistently excelling in various competitions at local, federal, and international levels. On his part, Executive Chairman, Lagos State Universal Basic Education Board, Hakim Shitu, said the second edition will promote a spirit of sportsmanship and interaction within the participants, as the pupils will be participating in various sporting events such as races, long jump, high jump, football, chess, Scrabble, Ayu, Olokwa, and other board games. He added that safety measures have also been put in place and qualified sports officials will be available to guarantee fairness and professionalism. And that's all for the news. At 4, maintain adequate distance from the vehicle ahead of you to avoid collision. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. On X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. You can also listen to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM live on My Lagos app for timely updates. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration initiated the Lagos State Employability Support Project to address the labor skill gap and unemployment problems? You can get more details on the Lagos State government's website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State House of Assembly has urged security agencies to crack down on cult activities in Mushin and other parts of the state, and also strengthen policing efforts as renewed cult clashes and violence in these areas have led to loss of innocent lives. Kebbi State government has started clearance and evacuation of sensitive areas ahead of rainy season to avert possible floods. We also told you that the United Nations has reported that extreme hunger is intensifying in 13 global hotspots, with Gaza, Sudan, South Sudan, Haiti, and Mali at immediate risk of famine without humanitarian intervention. And in sports, Saudi Pro League giants Al Hilal are not backing down in their efforts to sign Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen, with a fresh proposal reportedly in the works. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Zainab Adebeshi. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good afternoon.